Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to spend the day at Roy's Amboy Motel and Cafe, located in Amboy, California. This is an absolutely iconic place on Route 66 and one of my favorites. You'll recognize this place because it's been shown in several movies. Amboy became a boom town after Route 66 opened, but since Interstate 40 opened to the north in 1973, it's become a ghost town. In 2005, philanthropist Albert Okura bought the entire town of Amboy for $425,000. Okura's plans included improvements for tourists traveling the historic highway and the construction of a museum. Roy's Motel and Cafe first operated as a gas and service station in 1938. It was known then as Roy's Garage before being renamed Roy's Garage and Cafe, and is now just Roy's Motel and Cafe. You may recognize the location from numerous movies, commercials, music videos, and photo shoots. Why it's so often photographed isn't hard to figure out. All that blue sky and desert with a giant, beautiful vintage neon sign plopped down in the middle of it all lends in naturally cinematic quality. Just stopping at Roy's Motel and Cafe makes you feel like you're on a set of a movie. Unfortunately, Albert Okura passed away in 2023. However, his son Kyle is carrying on to try to realize Albert's dreams. A few years back, Okura restored the beautiful Roy's neon sign, and it lights up every evening. The first time it was lit since the 1980s was in 2019 at a special lighting ceremony. Today, much construction is going on, and they're trying to open the small cottages behind me. Once the cottages are open, the intention is to open the cafe again. Currently, you can go in the cafe and have coffee, and you can get gasoline, but that's all they're offering. Check my evening interview with a hostess in the cafe for a lesson on what's going on currently at the place. Out in front of the cabins, there's this plaque with some information on the geography of the area and the railroads, etc., and the history of Amboy. And here's a look inside the cabins to see what they're working with. Here you can see how close the railroad is to the cafe, and it runs all day. Here we see the old registration desk that's located in the kind of trapezoidal building. There's a lot of old artifacts in there, and this is probably what Mr. Okura wanted to make into the museum. Here's the front desk, and you see the old adding machines and the old phones in there. And that's probably a portrait of Roy himself and his spouse. Here you can see the old night bell sign. And you can't get in there right now, but you can peer through the windows. Here you can see some of the work they're doing on the cabins, and in the background is that Juan Pollo truck, and that was the business that Albert Okura started and made his fortune, or at least enough to purchase Amboy. In the morning when I was there, I ran into a cycle tourist. We had a nice chat. He told me that cycle tourists are allowed to stay in the cabin without charge if they just cruise through and help themselves. And he did that, and I guess he had a pretty good time. Right across the street from Roy's is this old funky sculpture and an old approximately 1970 Carmen Ghia. And on the left there is the post office. And I guess it's kind of sort of open, but it's locked. But if you look in the window, there's a sign there that says if you need some help, check with the cafe. Here's the street sign showing the Amboy cutoff, and across the street you can see the cafe and the morning light there. Behind the town you'll find the little-known airport, and it's a really cool place, and we'll talk more about that later. But there are also old housing back there, and back in the day there used to be something like 60 people living there, and these are the houses where they used to live. And there's also the old hotel, and there was a school. One of the biggest problems with Amboy, unfortunately, is they don't have clean drinking water. So in the past it's been brought in by train. And until that's resolved, it puts a damper on the new cafe ideas. Across from the cafe are some old water towers and an old truck, and it's possible that that old truck was used to haul the water to the tanks. From the town of Amboy, you can see the Amboy crater in the distance, and we'll be visiting there a little bit later. One of the fascinating but somewhat unknown aspects of Amboy is Roy's Airport. This is a gravel airstrip which has been used over the years, and the first mention of it is back in 1925. More recently, some celebrities have flown in there, including Harrison Ford, who liked to fly in, land his plane, and then check out Roy's. And I also discovered a real cool video of a guy flying in more recently, and his video is really good, and I'll put a link to that below. As cool as it was to hang out at Roy's Motel and Cafe, it was time to head over to Amboy Crater National Natural Landmark. There are two kinds of craters that we commonly have. One is an impact crater and the other is a volcanic crater. Amboy crater is a volcanic crater, as evidenced by the volcanic rock that you see all over the place. When you arrive at the main parking area, there is a wheelchair accessible ramp that takes you up to Lookout, and from there you can see a lot of plaques with information about the crater and the natural history, including the wildlife. And you can see the Amboy crater in the distance. And a quick gander of the east reveals the town of Amboy, and you can also watch the trains roll by from this wonderful lookout. Here you can see the train rolling past the town of Amboy, and if you look closely you can see Route 66 continuing on to the east. The other thing you can do at Amboy Crater, if you're a little bit more ambitious, is to actually take the hike to the crater. It's about 1 mile, and of course it's out in the desert. It can be extremely hot in the summer, so do be cautious in warmer weather. But if the weather is cool, It's a fantastic hike to the crater. If you're there at the right time of year, you'll see beautiful wildflowers along the way. I really enjoyed this visit to Amboy Crater. It's a beautiful place and it's really uncrowded. And it's a nice place to check out and do a hike. And the cool thing is that there's camping available there, which I'll talk about a little bit later. But you can read the signs, check it out. And now we're going to fly over and see what it's like going to the crater. This is the main road going in, and over to the right is the staging area. But we're just going to continue on and fly directly to the crater. And you can see the volcanic deposits on the ground as we cruise along and get closer to the crater. The crater looks pretty small from here, but as you get closer, it gets really big. It's quite a large crater, and it should be noted there's two kinds of craters in California, and one is the impact crater and the other is the volcanic, and this is of course a volcanic. You can see the main trail along here, and what it does is it rolls around the left side of the crater there and then accesses the crater at a lower point. And as we fly over, you'll be able to see the drain point from the lava on the opposite side of the crater, which is on the far end from the parking lot. Those of you who are following my Route 66 adventure have probably realized I haven't gone anywhere today, and that's just because I love Amboy. It was really nice to spend a full day trouncing around here. So that meant 2 nights of camping at the blissful Amboy crater area. As we cruise to the crater, you can see the inside there, and you can also see that lower point to the right of the frame there as we curl around and look at it. And you can see the hiking trail coming in there, and it accesses the crater from the left and the right as well. There's different trails that people have taken. Now we're going to turn around and come back through the crater, and you can see here this little ridge inside the crater, and the trail actually goes up on top of that ridge. And then on the far end of the crater, you'll see another trail that hikes up to the rim. Now this trail is a bit rougher, but it's doable, and you can go all the way up to the rim, and from there you can actually continue down and hike back and connect with the old trail. So it's a nice loop, but it's for the more ambitious hiker for sure. This is a highly recommended hike, and you should do it if the weather cooperates. But if it's super hot, you have to be extremely careful because it's quite dangerous to be out there in the heat. Here's a beautiful photo of the crater looking toward the access area. And I mentioned before about the camping in Crater Natural National Landmark. It's really nice. I was there alone and I had no one around to bother me. I could see the stars. It was just a fabulous place to camp. And here's another view of Amboy. And you can see on the right is the Amboy School, and on the left middle is that row of cabins that are being restored. And the water tank is in the background. You can see the airstrip faintly in the distance there. And then you can see the Roy's sign. This sign is 50 feet tall. It's really quite a sight. And on the left, of course, is the post office, and you can see Route 66 going through there as well. And if you look in the left part of the frame, you can see the Amboy crater there in the distance. So anyway, thanks for coming along on this trip. It's been a really fun adventure, and I just love Amboy, and I recommend that you visit there if you like. So I appreciate you coming along for the ride, and until next time, thanks for watching.